Hi, Libra. Okay, how to make sure it says recording. And you know what? Without the glasses, I have no idea. This is Jeffrey. This is Right Color. I could just be talking to myself in front of the camera that's rolling. This is Jeffrey. This is Right Color. This is your 3-card reading for the last week of October 2020, the 25th through about the 1st. This includes the new moon for Halloween, and the message for all is expect the unexpected. Very exciting. And please like, subscribe, share. Did I say all that already? Please like, subscribe, share, and press the button for notifications. If you want a one-on-one, I'm available. All the information is below. 3 cards. Oh boy. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Heavy, heavy. Okay. First off, I want to say that the full moon, even though it seems like, oh, well, it's full moon, I should start something new. Actually, the full moon is when you need to end things. The new moon, which is mid-month, this month, is when to begin things. This is Isis. Isis is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Isis is really like the first queen of heaven. I see the reason that she sits here between these pillars represent the darkness and the light. She understands the real magic, okay, the duality. She understands all. You know the whole story of Isis. So her and Osiris are brother and sister, but they're also husband and wife. And then his nemesis Set sets him up, kills him, chops him into a million pieces, throws him in the river. And Isis, of course, is distraught. And her sister, who's actually Set's wife, is also sort of helping her. Anyway, they get all the pieces. They can't find his, what's-he. And she goes into hiding. It just goes on and on. So, well, how is she going to move forward, right? So she forms a phallus. She understands creation to such an extent that she can form a phallus. And she impregnates herself. And then she gives birth to Horus, who comes and takes revenge. So she understands death, resurrection, creation. She sees all, she sees the past, the future, blah, blah. And then you get 2 really kind of heavy cards. Now, I want to say also that in this particular deck, which is like, I guess, considered the traditional deck, the Rider-Waite, the swords are all very dark. So you have to remember that it happens to be the sword suit that's very dark, but what you're getting is a 9 and a 10. And a 9 and a 10 means something is really coming to its apex, and then it concludes. So please, really take that to heart. Like, it's coming to its apex, and then it concludes. So, sometimes things happen in our life, or we feel distraught, or we feel anxious and sleepless and, kind of crazy. And, you cry or you scream or the only way through a feeling is through the feeling. I hate to tell you, I hate to tell you, believe me, I have tried overeating, undereating. The list goes on and on and on about what I've tried in order to avoid how I feel, in order to not deal with how I feel. And it's messy and it doesn't feel good. And it passes. And sometimes the only way through is through. You can pretend by buying something that you can't really afford and making you feel good for 5 minutes that it's going to be fine. And like, la 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 la. It'll come back. And it might come back on a different road. It might be wearing a different outfit, but it'll come back. I'm speaking from experience. It's not like, like I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So, sometimes if you go through these periods of feeling distraught and distressed and grief, sometimes through that experience, you're able to see a fuller, wholer picture, like Isis does, And, I wish everything could be, butterflies and unicorns and roses and daisies and all the time for all of us. But it can't. If I could wave my magic wand and that's the way it would be, then that's what I would do. But sometimes it's through these difficult times that we learn the most about ourselves and about others, and which gives us a whole and complete picture. Furthermore, this guy also, I pulled the bottom. This guy also understands the dark and the light. And how does that story go? There's a story about, I think it's a Native American story about how a guy has a dark horse and a light horse, and he has to decide which horse is going to lead. But if the dark horse leads, it's going to lead you like into the gully or off the cliff, or if you let like the anger and the rage and the distraught and the self-destructive lead, that's what's going to happen. But if you let the light horse lead, these are all metaphors. If you let the light horse lead, with like, courage and enthusiasm and optimism, and then you have the back horse as the backup to give it more energy, right? If you lasso in the anger and the frustration and you use it as fuel with the optimist up front, you're going to get to your destination. So this might be a very trying week, but I think that there's a lot that will be revealed. And like I said, did I say it? I've been saying it for all signs. Expect the unexpected. And know that it's like this chapter is concluding. This chapter is concluding. Know that. And, you know, you're right. It's always darkest before the dawn sort of thing. You know, there might be some of that going on. Let it. Let it, feel it, let it go through you. And then you emerge wiser. You emerge with more tools. You emerge, hopefully, uh, more compassionate. You know, I think at the end of the day, our lesson as humans is more compassion for each other and for ourselves. That's my take. Anyway, you can do a one-on-one with me. Please like, subscribe, share. And I'm wishing that this reading rings true, that you go through it with dignity and grace and in peace. Blessings. Thanks for tuning in.